Malaysia.
Good shot there by Winifred Durasingham. Just cutting it off the side point. Need more of this as a power play goes on. Winifred has got off to a good start today. 11 of 10 so far. One Julia on strike.
That's guided away. No single on offer on this occasion.
Good thing that they have noticed to keep the point a bit further up as they have been taking singles down there. Good thing by Oman. Have to be attacking as well. Cutting off those singles, that sneaky singles that Malaysia have been getting so far.
Yeah, without a doubt. If you're not getting those boundaries, but you're still keeping that scoreboard ticking along, it's not such a bad result in the power play. That's up in the air, and it's taken. First wicket down, Oman. And it's Saya Chana, that bowler once again, who strikes gold for Vaishali Jaiswani and the rest of her team.
Pitches it up this time around. One Julia trying to drive it down the ground, not managing to. Catching the toe of her bat. Good start by Oman so far. They've been bowling really well. Not much of bad balls. What do you think, Jay?
Well, with that particular dismissal, I feel like Juan Julia's foot should have been closer to the pitch of the ball, a little rooted to the crease there. But you are spot on with your analysis of Oman. They've been right on point with the exception of that one misfield at mid-on. They haven't really put much of a foot wrong. And now walking in at number 3 is none other than Mas Elisa.
Informed batsman so far for Malaysian cricket team today. Informed batter, beg your pardon. Getting used to the term batsman all the time.
No worries, Vijay. Main thing is you made that correction.
Form batter so far for Malaysian cricket team, Mas Elisa. We're looking to go big today. Conditions suiting for the batters will be really important. She takes it.
And once again, it's that same field, 4 fielders in the circle on the leg side. We've got a fine leg, a square leg, a mid-wicket, and a mid-on. Here we go, Saya Chana looking for that second wicket. Pitches it up, and it's left alone by Mas Elisa. Malaysia would be wise, perhaps, to play out Saya Chana's spell.
Saya Chana otherwise has been spot on with the lengths, the line, sticking to the plans, the field. We're looking to finish strong here. One more ball. It's really important, the last ball of every over.
And that's pulled away behind square on the leg side, down to fine leg, in fact.
Mas Elisa not managing to connect the ball. A run nonetheless. Malaysia 14 for 1, 3 overs. It'll be Bhakti Shetty coming to bowl again. Second over.
Nice to see a lot of school children here at the Kinrara Oval. Malaysia's dugout as well, keeping the energy high. Malaysia, of course, the home team. Things starting to pick up this morning. This is starting to feel like a bit of a home game as well. Big stakes at the ACC Women's T20 Championship. The teams who get into the semi-finals, the teams who win the semi-finals, will go through to the Asia Cup to play India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Thailand. Invaluable exposure to full member countries. So much at stake in this tournament. Here we go, Bhakti Shetty. It's pitched up and no run on offer. Mid-off cleans up.
Mas Elisa middle it there. It's important early in the innings that you middle a lot of balls. Get yourself in. Bhakti Shetty has been spot on with the plans here. Angling it in. Not giving much of room there. Be important to continue it the next of 5 balls of this over.
That's a little slower. Pitched up, and they sneak through for a single.
Quick single there. Looks premeditated. Marcelisa just knocked it and was off for the run. Winifred will be looking for a few boundaries here. I think it's time they start ticking off the runs.
You're 100% right, Vijay Uni. Gotta keep that scoreboard ticking. But, oh, that's a big appeal. Oh, the umpire is unmoved. Vijay Uni, that looked incredibly close.
It was really close, but what would have saved Winifred will be Bhakti Shetty's in-swingers would have been slightly moving away from the leg stump, I feel, but I think it's really close.
I gotta disagree with you on that one. I think that was clipping leg stump. Winnie Duresingham maybe a little bit lucky there. For those of you watching on YouTube and Facebook, hit up that comment section. Do you think that was out? And that's punched away on the offside, just in front of square. And that's going to run away to the boundary. Winnie Duresingham with her second boundary of the innings. That scoreboard ticking along nicely. 19 for 1 with 2 deliveries left in the 4th over.
Superb shot there by Winifred, going off a back foot, punching it gap. It's really important. She carries her innings through, maintains a good strike rate. It's 19 for 1 so far of 3.4 overs.
Just a reminder of what's happening in Group A. UAE are top, 5 points in 3 games. Malaysia, they've got 4 points in 3 games. They win this, they go to 6. For now, here's Bhakti Shetty. She's been pulled, perhaps lucky to get away with that one.
I think she missed another boundary there. It was a freebie. I think first of the bad balls today by Oman. Slightly going short. But it's really important Bhakti Shetty continues. So trademark, line and length, just keeping it outside off, angling it in.
In all likelihood, Malaysia will be facing Hong Kong in that semi-final. That's squeezed to mid-off and a quick single. Winnie Duresingham, a feature of her innings, has been that quick calling. A good end to the over for Malaysia. It's 20 for 1 after 4. But yes, just a quick synopsis of the permutations here in Group A. UAE 5 points in 3 games. Malaysia 4 points in 3 games, having lost to the UAE. But if Malaysia win and win big here today, they'd go to 6 points. The afternoon game, the UAE and Qatar, if that is somehow rained out and Malaysia can surpass UAE's net run rate, instead of facing Hong Kong in the semi-final, they would face Nepal. Now here's another kicker. Hong Kong playing Kuwait today. If Kuwait beat Hong Kong by a big margin, it's Nepal who will go number 1 in Group B. So yes, number 1 from Group A plays number 2 in Group B. Number 1 in Group B plays number 2 in Group A. Vijay Uni, am I overcomplicating things or was that easy to understand?
Nah, I think it was good. I understood.
But yes, for Malaysia, there's still a lot to play for today. You never know with this inclement weather.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a quick single attempted. Sent back just in time. You know, it's interesting. I was just about to say that Marcelisa and Winnie Duresingham have really good understanding between themselves.
I think it was good work done there by Nikita Jagdish. The fine leg region, not giving that single away.
It's Priyanka Mendoza into the attack. She's been driven through the offside. Winnie pierces the infield but does not find the boundary. There's cover there. Deep cover in place.
I think Winnie has been using her feet really well today. Going off the back foot when needed. Coming up the crease. It's really important. You look to score. Play with a good intent. Back Marcelisa playing a 5th ball now.
Priyanka Mendoza so impressive in that game against Singapore, getting 47. This wasn't that impressive, drifting onto the pads, and she's swept away by Marcelisa for 4.
It's really freebie given there by the bowler.
Score now moves on to 25 for 1. 3 deliveries left in the 5th over. If you're just joining us, the news from the middle is Oman won the toss and decided to bowl first. Vijay, what do you make of that decision?
I think for a morning match, always prefer you bowl first in a wicket like UKM Oval for the morning match. Beg your pardon, Rara Oval. I think it's always good to bowl first, but what Malaysia has to do is go big today. So a chase will be out of Oman's.
That's guided away down to third man. Third man a little bit square there. Nonetheless, Nayan Anil cuts that off. So just a single there to Marcelisa, bringing Winnie Duray-Singham back on strike.
A bit of grip there. Good sign for Malaysian bowlers.
Down the track, she split that gap between cover and extra cover. I would say the shot of the day there goes to the boundary. Winnie Duray-Singham, 3rd boundary of her innings. Malaysia now going at exactly a run a ball. They're 30 for 1 after 5.
Well done there. She's been using her feet really well today. Was pitched up, made it a full toss, drove it down the ground.
We have a change in bowling. It's Samira Khan into the attack. She will be bowling to Mas Elisa. The right arm seamer, she's going to want to keep it tight. Malaysia just putting their foot on the accelerator. Going at 6 runs and over. This is the final over the power play. Samira Khan. That's wide, too much width. But luckily, Sayachana is out there at the deep cover boundary. Vijay, if you're the batting team, if you're Malaysia right now, do you go hammer and tongs off these last 5 deliveries?
Well, I think the set batsmen need to do that. I think Marcelisa, what she can do in the last over, let Winnie play as much as you can. Otherwise, if the ball is there, you have to go. But important that you do not lose your wicket in that process.
There we go. Good stuff from Winnie. She finds that gap. It's running down to the boundary. Winnie. Back-to-back boundaries for Winnie Duray-Singham. Boundary off the last ball of the previous over. And right now as well, that score now motoring along to 35 for 1. We have 4 deliveries left in the power play.
Freebie given there by Samira Khan. Low full toss. Really need to use the conditions. Needs to keep a line and length right here. Give a good end to the power play for Oman.
Here we go, Samir Khan, a little too much width once again, but a play and a miss. Perhaps lucky to get away with that one, the right arm seamer.
Very risky, giving a lot of width there. Just a slight touch to third man. To go for another boundary. To keep a line and length correct here.
A reminder, a massive win for Malaysia would get them up to 6 points and a really good net run rate. They could even surpass the UAE's net run rate. And you just never know if the next game between UAE and Qatar is washed out. Malaysia go to the top of the table. And they'd probably avoid playing Hong Kong in that semi-final, playing Nepal instead. So there's actually a lot at stake right now for Winnie Duray-Singham and her troops. It's the captain herself who's at the crease right now. Full toss, that's put away yet again. Fantastic power play batting here from Winnie Duray-Singham. Goes over that mid-wicket fielder for another boundary. The second boundary of the over.
Great shot there by Winifred coming down the track. Looking to make use of the power play. The last over of the power play here. Really need batting with a good intent. It's really important in Kirara Oval. You look to score runs here. Two
Mate,
balls
I'm really enjoying this. This is some high quality power play batting here from Winnie Dure-Singham, especially. And you're right, 2 balls left in the power play. Ooh, where is she going, Masalisa? You got 2 boundaries in the over already. Maybe she wants to get on strike for that last delivery of the power play.
I think they've been looking to get a quick single as they are known for. Need to keep in check.
Here we go. Last ball of the power play. Winnie, watchful for a change. That goes straight to Priyanka Mendoza at short cover. A dot ball to close things out. A very good power play for Malaysia. 40 for 1 after 6.
The good thing that Malaysian batters have been doing is that they have been picking the bad balls. I think whatever has been offered, 90% of them has been put away. It's really important they keep on doing that and look to get singles of the good balls this AJ.
Mate, you're 100% right. You have the early advantage. Nothing fancy needed. This field has spread out as well. So perhaps not as easy to find that boundary. Clearing the infield in the power play with great effect. Malaysia.
Amanda De Costa coming the ball.
Absolutely. The off spinner, Amanda De Costa. But like I was saying, it's a different kettle of fish when you're in the post power play period. Statistically speaking, the 7th over is the 2nd most economical over in T20 cricket. And it's Masalisa on strike. They have 3 fielders outside the circle. That's left alone, and the umpire gets some exercise. Malaysia get a bonus run.
With 3 fielders outside the boundary line. Interesting to see them attacking.
Yep, we got a deep cover. We've got a long on, and I believe a deep mid wicket. Oh, close one there. Just beating the inside edge of Masalisa.
Well done. Good ball there by Amanda De Costa.
Masalisa and Winnie Dure-Singham, of course, putting on a very big partnership against Singapore in Malaysia's first game of the tournament. Both of them reaching 50 in that innings. Masalisa on that occasion was the dominant partner. A very different story today so far. Guided away, and an easy single. Nayan Anil. Oh, a direct hit! That looked incredibly close, Vijay Uni.
Great throw there by the fielder.
And a great decision to throw to the non-striker's end. Masalisa, she feels like she should have been running a lot faster.
I think she was on a back foot. She hit the shot and had the late start there.
Yes, good call, Vijay Uni. Perhaps I'm being a little harsh on Masalisa. At the very least, she could have put in a dive.
Yes.
Amanda De Costa, here we go. That's driven. Does not find the gap, Winnie.
Winnie using her feet again. It's been doing that really a lot today. Going off her back foot when needed. Coming down the track.
Here she is, Winnie on strike yet again. Uses her feet, like Vijay Uni was saying. Consecutive dot balls here for Oman. A much better over for them. Just 2 runs off the first 4 deliveries of the 7th over.
Amanda has been keeping a very tight line here today.
Not too many extras conceded by Oman, so you got to give them credit for that. Turns that into a full toss. Unfortunately, that goes straight to mid-wicket in the circle. 3 consecutive dot balls. And Vijay, as they say, the chances of taking a wicket after 3 consecutive dot balls absolutely skyrockets. I wonder if something's going to give right now. Here we go. Amanda De Costa. Oh, a play and a miss there. That one just going on with the arm. Much better here for Amanda De Costa. Just 2 runs off the over. Malaysia 42 for 1 after 7.
Good over there by Amanda. Slowing things down. I think what Malaysian batsmen look to do is rotate the strike. Not get too pressured by the dot balls. There's coming, and should look to get a good over here.
Masalisa looking leg side. We have a couple of changes in the field. Looks like fine leg is coming out to more of a deep, square leg in the circle. And a fielder has dropped back to deep mid-wicket. Here we go, Samira. She's pulled into that very region, just behind square on the leg side for an easy single. Masalisa, had she made a better contact with that, it could have been 4.
Yes, not managing to middle it, but nonetheless run, and batsman form is on strike. Batter, sorry, again. Beg your pardon.
That's absolutely fine, Vijay Uni. It's a process for all of us. Here we go, Samira Khan. Watchfully played by Winnie.
I think Samira Khan has been doing just little bit off today. She's been bowling a ball well and not bowling the rest properly. She needs to keep a line length correct here. Be consistent. That's better.
Yep, turned away on the leg side for another easy single. And that's the thing for Oman. Vijay, if you're Oman, how do you stop these singles? How do you stop the runs flowing?
I think it's important. What they can look to do is keep that fielders in the 30 yards a bit more inside, in the 15 yard, and make sure they have the ones protecting at the boundary line also.
Yeah. Oh no, a misfield there by short cover. 4 bonus runs through the cover region for Malaysia. Vijay Uni, I mean, you were talking about it just now. Oman, they followed your advice. There's a short cover there in place. But a misfield, it doesn't matter how good your field setting is. If you let those balls go through your legs into the boundary, you're letting your captain down. You're letting the bowlers down.
It's really important. They look to support the bowler here. Samira bowled 3 balls really well so far. Been keeping it up, not giving much width. It's important that she continues it, not get too off by the boundary that has been given.
The second time today, we've seen an easy boundary going through the legs of a fielder. Down the leg side, we were talking about that gap. Masalisa, she's found that gap. The ball's slowing up, but it still gets to the boundary. Back-to-back 4s for Masalisa.
I think what Samira has been doing so far is just put to show. She has been bowling some balls well, and in that gap, that 2-3 balls gap, she gives a bad ball. It's really important that she maintains a line.
I'm not sure if you hear those cheers from the dugout, but that's because Malaysia have crossed 50. They're now 52 for 1. We have 1 delivery left in a very expensive 8th over. 10 runs off it so far. Make that 11 and we still have another delivery left. That's way too wide there. Pressure on Samira Khan.
Good over for the Malaysian team so far. I think it's important Samira at least gets a dot ball of the last ball. It's important not to give too much away.
That's wider, left alone, and once again, another dot ball. She just has to get out of this over. The skipper, she knows that. Vaishali Jaisrani comes down for a chat. Now this run rate inching closer and closer to 7 runs and over. Vijay Uni, if you're Malaysia, what are you targeting? 140, 150, more than that?
Yes, I think they should target more than 150.
That's a full toss and it's dropped at short mid-wicket. Amanda Da Costa. Oh dear. The mistakes continue to flow for Oman. That's a very easy catch. You have to take those catches.
55 of 8 overs with 1 wicket falling. Malaysian team look happy, and of course with a good start so far. What is important for Oman is that not get too off by the situation here, to slow the game down. Amanda Da Costa having good over for this. Should look to continue well.
Scoreboard reads 55 for 1, but it could have so easily been 45 for 3. Oman, couple of misfields. Drop catch just now. That one going past the bat. Like we were saying, Oman's bowler's not doing too bad of a job here.
And has been bowling really well. Ball just keeping straight. Second ball.
Going on with the arm once again. Oh, quick single. This could be a run out. Amanda DaCosta, I feel like she had to be closer to those stumps and a better throw as well.
I think a direct hit would have been a goner.
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head there. But Oman, they really should have dismissed both batters by now. Too many chances going a-begging here. It's left alone and another wide delivery here. Pressure beginning to tell on the shoulders of Oman's fielders and bowlers. That energy for Oman has just dropped in the field.
It's a harsh call there by the umpire. What do you have to say, Jay?
Vijay Uni, the Malaysian off-spinner, does not like that call. Oh no, we have another misfield. You cannot keep doing that. A sweep shot goes to the square leg boundary for... Well, it shouldn't have been a 4.
Full toss there. Still not managed to get the gap, but misfield there has given 4 runs. And Winifred off to 34.
Malaysia being gifted runs here from Oman. That's the 3rd boundary that has just gone through the legs of a fielder. At least 12 bonus runs have been conceded. That's another full toss. No chance for the fielder this time. Another boundary to the very same region.
Think each over there have been good start by the bowler, but they're just giving it away at the end with bad balls. It's not impressive by Oman.
Absolutely, the wheels just coming off here for the Gulf nation. Vaishali Jeswani, she's going to have to do something to pull this back. 65 for 1 now. We're into the 9th over, 2 deliveries left.
Change of field here, bringing the sweeper inside and getting the square leg down.
Both batters going hard. Winnie, she's on 38 off 30. Marcelisa, 20 off 16 at the other end. That's pushed away into the offside. Ooh, a bit of a fumble, but I believe the batters would have made it in anyway.
Quick single. Good. And then Winfred is rotating after boundaries. It's really important. After each boundary, you look to rotate the runs. Marcelisa playing a 17th ball, 20 of 16 so far.
Oh, a play and a miss. Just plays inside that one. There's an appeal there from Vaishali Jeswani. I personally did not notice any deflection. That's the end of the over. 66 for 1. Nepal. Malaysia after 9. Yes, the reason I'm thinking about Nepal is because if Malaysia win this game and the next game is rained out, in all likelihood, they would face Nepal in that semi-final. And whoever wins that semi-final goes through to the Asia Cup. Whoever doesn't win, well, they get a participation medal. That's something. But also the experience of playing in this tournament, the standard of cricket has been really high. Standard of fielding from the likes of Hong Kong and the UAE has been right on point. Where is she going, Marcelisa? Not for the first time in this innings. She's been halfway down the track.
Priyanka Mendoza bowling a first over, I believe. Or second over, beg your pardon.
And it looks like Vaishali Jeswani has called Saya Chana into the circle. She was fielding at deep cover. Now she's in the infield at the cover region. We also have another short cover in position. Priyanka Mendoza. That's pushed straight to Shaya Chana. No, no, no. You cannot do that, Saya Chana. Fourth boundary that Oman have let go through their legs. That goes into the cover fence for a useful boundary that never should have been.
A lot of misfields today. And the costly one. Letting Winifred move to 43. It's important they don't let the boundaries that is not meant to be given.
Around 30% of Malaysia's runs have come through misfields that have gone to the boundary. On all 5 occasions, it should have been a dot ball. 20 bonus runs conceded here from Oman. You take the 20 off that total, it's a completely different game. Priyanka Mendoza, the unlucky bowler, she's been pulled away, deep mid-wicket. She actually does well on this occasion. Oman, good job just dragging things back. Bit of hesitation in the middle, but the batters will get back for 2 in any case.
Well cut off there by the Oman fielder. Winifred off to 45. I think 10 to 15% of the runs would have come off misfields.
There we go. 10 to 15. Mate, I think it's closer to 30. Vijay Uni just trying to crunch the numbers here, do the math. That has been pushed into the offside, a valuable and rare dot ball for Oman. To close out the 10th over at the halfway mark of the innings, Malaysia, they're 72 for 1.
So Winifred 45 of 35. Marcelisa 20. They've been having good partnership now. And Juan Julia getting out early today. So it's really important that Malaysian batsmen look to continue. The set batsman Winifred and Marcelisa needs to take it big here. 72 of 1. For the Oman bowling card, Saya Chana giving good start to Oman team. 2 overs, 10 runs, 1 wicket. Bhakti Shetty, 2 overs, 9 runs. Not getting a wicket but doing well to keep the runs low. And Priyanka Mendoza, 2 overs, 16 runs. Slightly expensive today. Samira, 2 for 23. Slightly expensive also. Amanda Di Costa, just 2 runs of 13. It's really important. What has been the highlight is they have been letting runs go misfields today by Oman team. Need to make sure that they get back well the rest of the 10 overs. Water break finishing, and it's Samira Khan back for a 3rd over. Looking for a retaliation here, getting good 3rd over. It's really important. She gives few good overs. Vaishali Jashrani gets few good overs off her bowlers to get them back on track. Well swept by Marcelisa. 4-4. Another boundary to start off the over. A good shot there by Marcelisa. Swept to fine leg, and it's really important that the first ball and the last ball of each over, I believe, it's not given boundaries. Really dictates how the over goes. second ball of the over. Played off the back foot looking for a quick single. Or a better throw would have been helpful for Oman. Another highlight of Malaysian batters has been their running between wickets, the quick singles, in close chances once or twice here. Nonetheless, they've been doing really well. Another quick single, well tucked to mid wicket by Winifred Durisingham. Six runs of the over so far. 3 balls to go. Fuller delivery, driven down the ground for a 2.
Yeah,
9 runs of the over so far. Jay, they've been running really well today, Malaysian batters.
Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head there. The only exception to that, of course, is Masalisa. I've just noticed a little bit of over-urgency at the non-striker's end from her.
Well bowled there by Samira Khan. More of this will be helpful to Oman. I think it's important she keeps the lengths just nice for the rest of the over. Not giving too much away. Masalisa has been just kicking the accelerator button here. Going down the line. Very wide delivery there. A wide delivery there. Not put away by Masalisa. Be upset. But nonetheless, 9 runs of the over. 81 for 1 of 11 overs. What do you make of so far? 11 overs, Jay?
I mean, without a doubt, Malaysia are in the box seat right now. Oman, they do have to pull this back. And hey, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm out of ideas. I'm not really sure what Oman can do at this point other than be disciplined. No misfields. Keep it tight with the ball. The fielders have to back up the bowlers. It's that simple.
I think more discipline, their lengths, lines and fielding would have made the game look very different today. And Priyanka Mendoza coming for a 3rd over. When you're looking to cut it away off the back foot. More of this kind of deliveries will be important, Jay.
Absolutely. And to give Vaishali Jesrani some credit, a good move to continue with Priyanka Mendoza. There's always the temptation to save a few overs from one of your premier bowlers. Play and a miss there.
Good length deliveries, looking to go off the back foot. So far today, Winnie has been looking to play really off the back foot for the good length deliveries. Not managing these 2 balls to put it away. She's on 46. Oh, well done today. Well done by Saya Chana. Cut off. Finally, and not a misfield by the Oman fielders.
Absolutely. I mean, look, maybe it sounds like we're being a little bit harsh, but when it's coming straight to you, you've got to get that long barrier out. It's just, these are the basics. And once again there, we didn't see a misfield, but there was more than enough time to get that long barrier out. The batters were not going for a second run. They were ambling through.
Masalisa has been looking to play a lot of sweeps today. I think it's a good option in this kind of wickets.
See, it's one of those situations. You're not going to affect the run out, but the batters are not scampering through for 2 either. Protect the boundary. Get that long barrier out. These are just the basics. You know, Oman's bowlers generally, they haven't really had the worst day. They just haven't been backed up in the field. And perhaps this is just a bit of fatigue showing from Oman as well. Not easy bouncing back from that loss to Singapore. Pulled away in front of square, deep mid wicket. We'll cut it down to a single.
You're spot on there, Jay. The bowlers haven't done much wrong today, but not backed up by the fielders as they would like to. So far, 85, I believe. 84 of 12 overs for a wicket loss. I think a good over by Priyanka Mendoza. They'll be looking to continue this kind of overs, not give too much away. No, you can't do what has happened for the first 10 overs, but you can look to cut off and give a good comeback for the last 10 overs. It's important that not give too much runs away. Malaysian batsmen will be looking to go big here.
Samir Khan.
Samira Khan has been a little off today. Wide for a first ball of fourth over, last over. I think she has bowled 4 straight. 4 overs. Vaishali Drishrani is finishing her off. She's been a little off today. She has given certain good balls, but there's been that occasional wide and boundary balls that she has given today.
Right on cue, Vijay Uni. Very perceptive. This time she's lucky to get away with that, not signaled wide.
I think it was arguable that it could have been a wide, but umpires know things. And there's not been a ball so far that full length, not put away. Looking at that singles down the ground, Winifred be looking to get off to a 50. 48 so far, 45 deliveries. She has done really well, anchoring the innings. Single down the ground. Winifred looking to attack. Coming down the ground a lot today. Marcelisa playing the next delivery. Samira Khan should look to finish off really well here. What she can do is keep her lines correct.
Bang through the offside, Bhakti Shetty. She cuts that off, but not before the batters get back for 2.
Hard shot there by Marcelisa. She did hard. 2 runs on the ground. She's looking to attack here. It's really visible that they're looking to go big. It's really good to see that they're playing with a really good intent. Another full toss, not put away. Marcelisa would be upset that has not gone for a boundary. Samira Khan should really be careful here. Last ball. The least she could do is just pitch it up and not give too much width. It's really important that as you can see, good balls has not been put away much today. It's a bad balls that has been giving the runs.
In spite of that, a better over here for Oman. Just 5 runs off it. They've dragged things back a tad. We were talking about something in the region of 160. But to get there now, Malaysia will have to go at around 10 runs and over. So good stuff here from Oman in the last few minutes. But you need more than just 2 or 3 good overs. Ooh, a thickish inside edge goes down to long on Priyanka Mendoza. Cleans up. Just a single, but that's enough to get Winnie Duresingham to her 50. 50 off 47 deliveries. Yet another half century for Winnie Duresingham in this tournament.
A great run continues for this tournament. Another 50. Done really well. Using her feet a lot today. Look to attack. She needs to continue. As a captain, she has to continue. Really get them to a big total.
You're 100% right, Vijay Uni. Winnie perhaps looking for her biggest score, her career best. Certainly possible. We're going to quickly perhaps check out what is Winnie's career best. But for now, Priyanka Mendoza has been hit straight to cover.
Another dot ball. It's really important that the first ball and the last ball of the over is not given boundary, because I think first ball dictates how the over goes, and the last ball is important to not give too much away and waste that over.
Oh no, that one straying down leg, no protection there. An easy boundary down to fine leg for Winnie Dure-Singham. A score of 50 now moves on to 54 for Winnie D.
Another bad ball there. Priyanka Mendoza should really look to keep her lines right. I think whenever she has bowled that perfect line and length, has not been put away.
That's tossed up, but she still gets onto the back foot, and that's a single to deep mid wicket.
I think what in Kinrara Oval you can trust the bounce here. You can come down the track, come back foot, can trust that the ball is going to come onto you.
Absolutely. Variable bounce has been very, very rare throughout this tournament at the 3 surfaces being used here at the Kinrara Oval. There we go. That's swept away. Bhakti Shetty. Good job there. Negotiated that spin really, really well.
It's really tricky when you're on the fine leg and point area. The ball turns, spins a lot with the angle. Well done there by the fielder.
I still remember this time when I was a kid. I think it was 8 to win off 6. And I was at deep square leg. I let that boundary go through. Oh, dear Lord. Nobody spoke to me on the team bus after that.
Would have been a heartbreak, I believe.
Mate, it was one of the worst days of my life. It was horrible. That spin. I believe I got a duck in that game as well. It was sliding down leg. Umpire gave that out. Horrible game. There we go. In front of square on the leg side this time.
Swept away to mid wicket again.
Mate, it was sliding down leg. It was nearly a double bouncer. And I was given out. And I got blamed. Team's blaming me. Oh, my word.
The day could have been better, I believe.
Childhood trauma coming back to me here in the commentary box. Double bouncer, mate. Double bouncer. Can't believe it.
I mean, remembering my times as well when in the finals, I was going well, 20 runs to win, but I was the recognized batsman there left, and high full toss, no ball, my head height, I hit it towards square leg. I was caught, but I was given out. And remember the coach blaming me, but I was like, oh, I was not out.
Oh my God. That's the thing about cricket. Luck plays such a big part, especially if you're a batter. That's a little uppish, punched just in front of square on the offside for a single.
97, 98, I believe, after the single, 2 runs to bring the 100 up, the 15th over mark.
Yeah, you're right. That run rate, close to 7 runs and over. The score, close to 100. Good piece of fielding. Run out chance. Come on, bowler. You have to be up to the stumps.
Fielder was really quick there. Did a job well, but got backed up by the bowler at the non-strikers area. Another run out missed for Oman. They need a wicket here. They need to bring the new batsman in. It's really important that they use their chances.
Amanda DaCosta, the off spinner. She's driven down the ground for a single. Apologies, it's Sakshi Shetty there. Called her Bhakti Shetty earlier in the innings. Bhakti Shetty, of course, the Omani seamer who opened the bowling.
Looking forward to see a rest. 2 overs. Did that maybe?
Ooh, that one's down the leg side. A bit of a touch on that. Maybe a glove.
Yes, I feel it's a glove. Marcel is limping there a bit. I've hit the thighs as well. We're looking to go big here. She needs to take that push on that accelerator button.
I'm getting word here now on WhatsApp. Winnie Durasingham, her personal best score is 66 not out. That one has gone straight to backward point, who makes no mistake. So, second wicket down here for Malaysia, an important one for Oman. 100 for 2 with one delivery left in the 15th over.
That needed wicket there for Oman J. Really important to get the new batsman in. It'll take a little time to settle down. Nonetheless, Winifred, 58 so far. Personal best, I believe. Whatever comes on after here.
Here we go. It's Elsa Hunter walking in at number 4. Vijayuni, I'm going to be honest, mate. I sort of zoned out there for a minute. I am doing my statistical research. But I believe Winnie's 66 not out came in the Saudari Cup against Singapore. I'm 99% sure about that. I am trying to get some confirmation on this.
She'll be looking to get a personal best today. Unless if she plays the whole 20 overs, I believe she can achieve that. The less it's really important to go big. She's there till the end. Elsa Hunter will be looking to get off to a quick start.
There we go. Confirmation has come through. It was indeed that 66 not out. Winnie's personal best at the Saudari Cup. Look at that. We've got a Malaysian flag flying down where the students are hanging out in a nice shaded tent. Great to see students in here at the Kinrara Oval. Amanda DaCosta, the off spinner. A play and a miss. That one going on with the arm. A good spell for her. 1 for 16 in her 3 overs. 100 for 2. Malaysia after 15. Vijayuni, I'm going to put you on the spot, mate. What are your score predictions for Malaysia?
For Malaysia, I believe they'll be eyeing 150 here. But I think they'll be able to touch 140 definitely. 5 overs left. They should look to get more than 150.
For Oman, however, it's a different story. They're going to want to keep Malaysia to 125, 130. It's still going to be incredibly tough for them to chase that down. And if there's one person you want bowling in this period, it's Bhakti Shetty. It's Bhakti Shetty into the attack. Sayachana still, I believe, has 2 overs left in her bank.
No fine leg there for someone who angles it in. Interesting choice.
Do you think that has something to do with the slowness of the surface? There we go, in front to square on the offside. Work to do for deep cover, who does well. Priyanka Mendoza fires in a nice throw.
Interesting choice to go over the back foot there. But as I said, you can trust the bounce here at Kinrara Oval. I think even a full ball, if you go to back foot, you'll manage to hit that.
Elsa Hunter perhaps eyeing up that gap that Vijay was speaking of just now. We have a very squarish fine leg in position. That's on the off stump. Eased away down to mid-off for a single. Very elegant way to get off the mark for Elsa Hunter.
Get that off her chest. She got those runs. She's really important for Malaysian team, so they can get off the big total here.
What's great to see if you're a Malaysian fan is Mazalisa, Winnie Durasingham, both in really, really good form. Even if they do end up playing Hong Kong in that semi-final, I'd argue that Winnie is at the peak of her powers as a batter. Same with Masalisa. So for all of Malaysia's top 4, or at least 3 of Malaysia's top 4, their careers are trending in an upwards direction.
Yes, I think they're the form of their life so far. Knowing them, seeing them play, I think they're in the form of their life. They need to put it to use also.
Here we go. Bhakti Shetty gets the batter to play and miss outside that off stump. A bit of frustration here for Winnie Durasingham. She's enjoyed the lion's share of the strike so far in this innings. She's 59 off 57, I believe. 2 deliveries left in the 16th over. Just 2 runs off it. Bhakti Shetty. She's into a third over. Oh, that's a bit of a full toss there. There's work to do here for Nayan Anil. Will she cut that off? Yes, she will. Just 2 runs there for Malaysia.
Pace of running by Malaysian batters. A ball left, I believe, for this over. Bhakti Shetty will be looking to finish it off well. Not waste a good over so far.
Yes, Bhakti Shetty, one of the more impressive Omani bowlers on display so far today. Priyanka Mendoza as well, chipping in with a very useful quota of overs. That's a play and a miss outside the off stump. To close out the 16th over, just 4 runs off it. A good one for Oman, 104 for 2, Malaysia.
Good over there by Bhakti Shetty. Really needful for Oman. Saya Chana, I believe, coming for a third over. There are 2 top bowlers coming back to back. Really important. As Jay was speaking, that 125 mark, they'll be looking to put them down to. Really important that main bowlers play their part.
It's not going to be easy for Malaysia now with Saya Chana back into the attack. She's in great form with the ball. We spoke about this earlier in the broadcast. Oman had absolutely no right to drag that fixture against Singapore into the last over. And the credit for that going to Saya Chana. 5 were required off 12. She just conceded a single and took a big wicket to make it 4 off 6. That's guided away. Really well played here, and that's going to be a boundary for Elsa Hunter. First boundary of her innings.
Elegant shot there by Elsa Hunter. Just cutting it in middle of point, the third man region. Needed boundary for Malaysian team. After that, economical over by Bhakti Shetty. Need more of these.
And you can see with that shot why Elsa Hunter was chosen in the New South Wales under-19 squad just, I want to say a week and a half ago. A quality player with that experience playing in a full member country. Not just any full member country. We're talking about Australia here.
Yes.
That's down the leg side. A bonus run here, Saya Chana. You cannot afford to do that.
I think as we're speaking, for women's cricket, I think Australia is like the hub for women's cricket.
Oh, mate, they are miles ahead of everyone. It's not even a fair fight at this point in time. Australia so dominant throughout the recently concluded World Cup. So dominant in the aftermath of Harmanpreet Kaur's assault against them in 2017. There we go. That's turned away. A quick single, Winnie. She gets in very easily. A good piece of calling there from the Malaysian skipper.
Tuck down, fine leg. Winnie will be looking to get boundaries here, some boundaries of this over here.
Yes, absolutely. That boundary coming off the first delivery of the over. Elsa Hunter. She's into her innings. Winnie, she's well set. Winnie on strike. Ooh, that one keeping just a bit low. So Winnie just slowing down a tad in the last couple of overs. But full credit to Oman. They're dragging Malaysia back a little bit. That score of 160. Malaysia will have to go absolutely berserk to get there from this stage.
Yes. Courtesy to good bowling by Bhakti Shetty and Sai Chana. The last 2 overs.
That's kept low but well negotiated from Winnie. Punched away off the back foot. They're going to double up here.
Good piece of running by Malaysian batters. The 2, it's important that if you don't get the boundaries, need that runs coming in. Need that quick.
100%, mate. 100%. Completely agree. If you can turn those 1s into 2s, it does make a big difference. It can kind of compensate for the absence of boundaries. If you get a boundary and over, you can easily get 7, 8, 9 runs and over. But if you're picking up those 2s as well, then we start talking about double-digit overs. Good piece of fielding there at long off. Sakshi Shetty, we're going to see her with the bat. No doubt a big player for Oman. Oman not the only team to rely heavily on their top order. Vaishali Jaiswani, Sakshi Shetty, Fiza Javed, they're going to have work to do in that second innings. That's whipped away. Once again, a slight misfield there. Another run to Alyssa Hunter and Malaysia. That closes out the 17th over, 114 for 2. Oman. Apologies, Malaysia.
Bhakti Shetty bowling a last over. 4th over. Had a good game today. The bowling. Looking to close out really well for a team. Asia will be looking to get off to the 140 mark.
That's on the leg side. That's clipped away off her toes. Just a single. That squarish fine leg getting around nice and quick. Afda Aftab, the fielder there on that occasion, coming into the 11 for Oman today. Afda Aftab, of course, replacing Alifia Syed. Oh, a wide full toss, and that's well negotiated there by Winnie Dure-Singham. Squeezes it away just behind square on the offside for a boundary.
Low full toss there. You can see Winifred has been cashing in the bad balls today.
And there you go, a mini milestone here for Winnie Dure-Singham. Congratulations, Winnie, on your highest ever T20I score. A career best knock here from Winnie Dure-Singham, her 3rd half-century against, well, any opposition. 2 of her half-centuries before this coming against Singapore. There we go, a full toss hit to long off for a single. Winnie Dure-Singham's previous career best was 66 not out against Singapore in the Saudari Cup. Saudari Cup, of course, that famous rivalry between Malaysia and Singapore. Saudari, the Malay word, I believe the Bahasa word for friendship. There we go. Ooh, a play and a miss. Vijay Uni will be participating perhaps in that Saudara Cup to be hosted in Singapore, I beg your pardon, between the men's teams. Vijay Uni, what can you tell us about the Saudara Cup rivalry?
I think it has been going on for a lot of years, since it has been going for 40 years. The tournament is really a tournament that we look forward as Malaysians to, as our big rivals, Singapore. And me participating first time, hopefully if I get a chance there. We're really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I wish you the best of luck when it comes to those selection meetings. There you go, whipped away in front of square on the leg side. Deep mid wicket, a bit of a fumble allows the batters to get back for 2. Elsa Hunter, she's hit the ground running and moves into double figures. 10 off 9 she is. The end of yet another over, 122 for 2 now. Malaysia.
Bhakti Shetty finishing off well. Good day today for her. 21 of 4 overs. Keeping it economical. These conditions, 5 runs. A job well done. Sayachana coming for last over. Malaysia will be really eyeing that 140 mark. There's 18 runs to go from here.
That's driven down the ground, a quick single. Fielder on the edge of the circle, so easily makes it. Winnie Dure-Singham, she moves on to 70 now.
Looks a bit fatigued there, Winifred Dure-Singham. Had a long innings today, facing majority of the balls. Running a lot between the wickets today.
I do wonder if Winnie will give herself a bit of a break at the bowling crease. So important to be fit and ready for that semi-final. There you go, over the leg side. Will that find the fence? You bet it does. Splits that gap between square leg and deep mid wicket. An easy boundary there for Elsa Hunter. She moves on to 14 off 10.
I think Elsa Hunter will be looking to take the lead for the rest of the innings here. There are 10 balls left. Looking for the boundaries at 4s and 6s that she's very capable of doing.
Here we go. Elsa Hunter eyeing up that leg side boundary yet again. It's a 5-4 offside field right now for Sayachana. Very little margin for error. Beautiful, so elegant Elsa Hunter down the ground for a single.
Very pleasing to the eye, the way she plays. Very elegant. Winifred will be looking to crunch a boundary here.
The women's game in Malaysia going from strength to strength. They pulled off that victory against Kenya in the Commonwealth Games qualifier. There you go. Punched away in front square on the offside. Easy single to deep cover. Like we said, that historic win against Kenya. The biggest win for the Malaysian women in the history of their existence.
Yes. They've been really having good run so far since the Commonwealth Games. They've been doing really well. Proving as time to time comes.
Ooh, that's much better from Sayachana. A Yorker length delivery, unable to do much with that. Elsa Hunter. But make no mistake, regardless of who Malaysia play in that semi-final, they're probably going to play Hong Kong. But Vijay Uni, you know what? I feel like Malaysia actually have a very good chance against Hong Kong. And a lot of that has to do with this top 4. And when you've got the likes of Masalisa and Winnie Duray-Singham in your bowling lineup as well, it's so useful. They're going to go back for 2. Will they make it? Yes, they do.
Good piece of running there by Winifred Duray-Singham.
Absolutely. That brings to a close the 19th over. 10 runs off the over, 132 for 2, Malaysia.
I think so far, this is the best innings I've seen Winifred play. As long as I know her, seen her bat. I think this is the best innings I've seen her play.
I believe she got a 40-odd against Sri Lanka in the Commonwealth Games qualifier.
42.
That as well. Yep.
42.
Well remembered, Vijay. And Malaysia, of course, batting out their overs as well. That's a big deal for Malaysia to bat out their overs against a full member, against a test-playing nation. Sri Lanka, of course, the women's team no longer play test cricket. I definitely have my opinions about that. I don't think I can be too vociferous about that in the commentary box, but you can always hit me up on Twitter if you are keen to see my opinions on that and other things. Cricket, regardless of format, should be equally available and accessible for all to play. We're going to leave it at that for now. 6 deliveries left in the 20th over.
Amanda Di Costa coming to bowl the last over for the Oman team here. Elsa Hunter will be eyeing that mid-wicket region.
Here we go, Amanda Da Costa. That's left alone, and it's signaled wide.
I think it's a good idea here. She's trying to keep it away from Elsa Hunter. I think when that's your plan, if it goes wide, outside off, I think the captain should not mind that.
We have a wideish long off and a straightish long on. That's a play and a miss there. Elsa Hunter, she wants to go big. I wonder if she's going to consider clearing that boundary. The boundary on the leg side.
What she can do is shuffle to the offside, leave.
Absolutely, Vijay Uni. I think that's a really good plan. Here we go. Guides that away, and it's just going to be a single. That's a good result for Oman. 2 runs coming off 2 deliveries in this over so far. Winnie Duray-Singham, a tired Winnie Duray-Singham, is on strike.
I think what she can look to eye is the third man region. She plays that cut, that late cut really well.
Use of the feet, and she's out of a crease, and she's stumped. Amanda DaCosta gets her second wicket of the innings, third wicket for Oman. And more importantly, it's a dot ball.
Great innings comes to an end. 73, I believe, or 67. 68, sorry, beg your pardon.
Here we go. A really good captain's knock here from Winnie Duraisingam. She's walking back to the dugout. Come on, Malaysian dugout. Make some noise. Your captain has led from the front. There we go. Applause now for Winnie Duraisingam. Walking in at number 5 is Aina Hamiza. She'll definitely have a role to play with the ball, but for now, 4 deliveries left in this innings. She's going to want to get a boundary or 2 or 3 away to the fence.
6 runs to go to the 140 mark that Malaysia will be really eyeing on. I believe she'll be keep bowling around the offside. Ooh.
A quick single attempted. This could be a run out. And yes, it is. Back-to-back wickets for Oman. It's Elsa Hunter, the dangerous batter, walking back to the dugout. So a really good result here for Oman. And a high-quality final over here from Amanda DaCosta. Elsa Hunter walking back to the dugout, dejected. She would have been looking to get back on strike and get a couple of boundaries. Not to be, however. In spite of this, a good knock from Elsa Hunter. Looked very elegant in that cameo. 17 of 14 deliveries. A punch of the gloves brings Intan Jamadayu to the crease.
2 balls left to the innings. Amanda DaCosta has done really well. Just given that good over, that good death over that Oman needed. Just getting a check with the physio there. Getting a blow to her chest. Intan will be looking to get at least a boundary of his last 2 balls. Intan also capable of hitting those big boundaries when needed.
Absolutely. A couple of deliveries left in this innings. Intan. She's on strike. What can she muster? Amanda DaCosta. This has been a high-quality final over. Here she comes yet again, the off-spinner. Drifts away from the right-hander. Smacked straight to Saya Chana in the cover region. Just 2 runs coming off this over so far. 1 delivery left.
Just bowled really well. But the outside off some line. Just paid off for her. The last ball, it's really important. Doesn't waste her over.
Fired in, and that's through the offside. It's only a single. Well done, Amanda DaCosta. Well done, Oman, for pulling things back. 135 for 4. That's what Malaysia end on after 20 overs. Winnie Duraisingam, the star of the show in that innings. But Amanda DaCosta, a good spell. She ends on 2 for 19 from her 4 overs. When we get back in the chase, Oman are going to need 136 to win at exactly 6.8 runs per over. There you have it, that beautiful backdrop at the Kinrara Oval. Batting card for Oman, Winnie Duraisingam, 73 of 68. The star of the show. Masalisa, 33 off 29, 17 off 14 for the elegant Elsa Hunter. Malaysia, of course, reaching a total of 135 for 4 after 20 overs. And on the bowling side of things, the great thing for Oman, they only conceded those 10 extras. 1 for 30 for Saya Chana, 2 for 19 for Amanda DaCosta. Definitely the stars of the show, along with Bhakti Shetty, keeping it tight. 21 in her 4 overs. Priyanka Mendoza, 26 in her 4 overs. Samir Khan struggling a tad, just 8 dots in that spell. She conceded 38 in her 4-over quota. I've been one of your commentators for the day, Jay Dansighani. If you like what you've heard, you can follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansighani. Be sure to follow the Malaysian Cricket Association, Crick Tracker, and ACC Media across social media. My co-pilot, my partner in crime for the day, Malaysian off-spinner and all-rounder Vijay Uni. Thank you so much for joining me in the comm box. If people want to find you on social media, how do they do that?
I think Vijay Uni, just type that down, Facebook and Instagram. I think I'll be there to be followed.
Fantastic. Join us in around 8 or 9 minutes from now, I beg your pardon, for the chase. Oman will need 136 at 6.8 runs per over. So don't go too far. We'll be back with you in 8 or 9 minutes.
So the second innings coming up right now. Oman batsman striding in the pitch. They have Sakshi Shetty opening up with Fiza Javed. Then Malaysian bowlers have Aisha Elisa opening the bowling for them today. And at Chase, they need 136 to win here. Meanwhile, the Malaysian team will be looking to get off to a good start and keep the score low as they are eyeing on a big run rate, big margin win here today. Just going with the traditional field, doing a third man and fine leg down. A 6-3 field for them to start off. The first ball. Good line and length there by Aisha Elisa to start off. Fourth stump. Just fending it away. Sakshi Shetty. Third ball. Close call there. Just going down the leg a little. Nonetheless, Aisha Elisa has been doing well. Good start, giving that good start, that start that is needed from Malaysian team. Really important that it doesn't let the boundaries go away. Another good ball by Aisha Elisa. She's been really consistent today so far. Now for the fifth ball. Ooh. Just angling in a little from the off stump. 5 dot balls in a row. We're looking to get a maiden over here. A much needed start from Malaysian team. We're looking to keep the scoring rate low here for Oman. Eyeing the big run rate today, a big win, a big margin win is important for the Malaysian team. A maiden over to start off for Aisha Elisa.
Absolutely, a really good start here from Malaysia. And Sakshi Shetty being kept quiet. An interesting change in batting order as well from Oman. Vaishali Jaiswani, the captain, dropping down the order. But I like this move. Sakshi Shetty, one of Oman's premier batters, coming in nice and early. It remains to be seen who bowls at the other end.
Dania Shuhara, I believe. Off spinner.
Absolutely. Noor Dania into the attack.
She has to back off that brilliant over bowl by Aisha Elisa. Malaysian team needs to make sure they not give much runs away. Fiza Javed just having second look at the field.
That one going on with the arm. Well fielded there at backward point.
Great stop by Ariana there. It's really important not let those boundaries go away. Not get those misfields.
I gotta say, I'm so glad to be commentating on this game. My first Malaysia game of this tournament. There we go. Straight to backward point yet again. Fate has conspired against me in this tournament. I've wanted to commentate on more Malaysia games, but hey, we've got to spread those commentators out across 2 venues. I'm so lucky to be joined yesterday by Saifullah Malik. Saif, as he's more affectionately known. The other day, Didi Mogan. And today, another Malaysian men's player, Vijay Uni. I'm a lucky guy. Surrounded by really good cricketers. There we go. Squeezed into the offside. Good piece of work there by Malaysia's infield.
First 10 balls of this innings has been dot balls. Malaysian team will be really happy with this. Just need to make sure not give runs the next 2 balls as well.
Nurdania, so impressive. There we go, worked off the legs. An easy single there for Fiza Javed. She gets off the mark. First runs for Oman in this innings. So they're on the scoreboard.
Finally, a run for Oman. Get that off their chest. They need to make sure they make most of the power play that is offered. Sakshi Shetty, one of the premier batters, need to take charge.
Tries to turn that away. Big appeal. Ooh, the umpire unmoved.
Close one there. 2 overs. 1 for no loss. Good start. Good 2 overs for Malaysian team so far.
That looked relatively adjacent to me, Vijay Uni.
Aisha Elisa continuing the second over. They're looking to continue a good run today.
There we go, turned away into the leg side. An easy single there for Oman.
Well cut off by the Malaysian fielder.
Yes, that LBW decision earlier in the over just going against Malaysia. Perhaps it was sliding down leg, perhaps just clipping leg stump. Certainly not a howler from the umpire. I think he just about got it right. Worked away to mid-on. Winnie Dewey-Singh, a bit of a misfield there.
Slight fumble. The lesser run for the Oman batter.
Yes, I don't think that misfield would have made much of a difference. Good calling there between the 2 batters, Sakshi Shetty and Fiza Javed. There we go, Fiza Javed. That's turned away. She tries to turn it away on the leg side. Bit of a missed opportunity there. It looks like it's a 6-3 offside field. So large gaps there on the leg side. Unable to take advantage of that on this occasion, Fiza Javed.
I think even that in UK Oval, Fiza Javed loves playing in the offside. But it's important that she's not given those width. Width is not offered to her. So
there we go. We were just talking about that width. And right on cue, that's been squeezed away through the cover region for the first boundary of the innings.
Fiza Javed loves getting width and always puts that to offer.
Aisha Elisa, very good first over. Just kind of losing her radar a little bit in this over. Drifted down the leg side. Was very lucky not to be clipped away. A 6-3 offside field. And it stays that way for this delivery. Stacked offside field. But still, when you give the batter that much width, it's easy pickings. There we go on the leg stump this side. She's spraying it all over the wicket right now, Aisha Elisa. Oh no, a huge mix-up. Bhakti Shetty will be run out. Oh my word. A huge misunderstanding, a huge mix-up between Bhakti Shetty and Fiza Javed. Sakshi Shetty, I beg your pardon. And it's Sakshi walking back to the dugout right now. The score is 8 for 1 with one delivery left in the third over. So not ideal this from Oman.
Jay, the shitties have been giving you some trouble today. Relief.
Absolutely. I keep getting mixed up, running on 5 hours of sleep here. For my standards, 5 hours of sleep, that's actually a good night. But I think along with the players, the commentators as well are looking forward to a day off tomorrow before the semi-finals. Malaysia looking like hot favorites to get into that semi-final. I doubt we're going to have inclement weather in that UAE versus Qatar game in the afternoon. But even if we do get inclement weather, I think the rain is going to stay away for just about long enough. We have a couple of dark clouds in the sky, but the sunshine is still screaming through those clouds and beating down on this Kinrara oval surface.
Dark clouds coming in, but I think we're just good enough the time that we have to finish this match off.
That's a great thing, Vijay Uni. You and I, we're both glass half full kind of people. We could get a full game in between the UAE and Qatar. And even if we don't, we should get a result in that game. And of course, the UAE hot favorites in that game. Something absolutely insane would have to happen in order for Qatar to defeat the UAE. The UAE, it's not too far-fetched to assume that there's a good chance they go through this tournament unbeaten. That's what they've done so far. That's been smacked down the ground. Has she found the gap? Yes, she has. A really, really good start here for the new batter at the crease. A useful boundary for Oman. Closes out the third over. 11 for 1 after 3.
Expensive over. I think it has shown that Oman batsman looking to attack. Nice to see some good intent from the Oman batters. Daniel Shuhada continuing a second over. Has done well for the last over. We're looking to finish off well inside the power play here. 3 overs to go. 11 for 1 so far of the power play.
That's cut away. Does not find the gap. But yes, Priyanka Mendoza with that boundary in the last over, the last delivery of that last over. Second boundary of the innings for Oman. They've been kept quiet otherwise by a disciplined Malaysia. Here we go, the off spinner smacked straight back to her. Consecutive dot balls to begin the fourth over.
They've kept more fielders square of the wicket today. The off spinner.
That's tossed up a full toss, unable to do much with that. She's not happy with herself, Fiza Javed.
Should have been put off. She's getting that width here. Fiza Javed put that off good use.
Priyanka Mendoza in good form. Top scoring for Oman in that last game with 48 runs. Picked up 2 wickets as well, I believe, in that game. There you go, play and a miss. Fiza Javed unable to get any real connection on the ball in this over.
Dana Shuhada continuing a good run today. It's 1 of 10 balls that she has bowled.
There you go, cut away. Oh, the frustration just grows for Fiza Javed. She walks away towards that square leg region, practicing some shots, gathering her thoughts, trying to figure out where are my scoring areas. Big gaps there on the leg side. Easy single or more available if she can get it down there. She doesn't. Lets it go through. And it's a maiden over, the fourth over of this innings. 11 for 1 after 4.
The second maiden over of this innings. And Daneshwar has done really well. I think Malaysian fielders square off the wicket. Done really well so far. SJ likes that lone barrier has put off the good use so far in this innings.
Absolutely. It's just about doing the basics right. Get a lot of your body behind that ball, especially if the batters are not scampering through for a quick second run. Here we go. Skipper Winnie Duraisingam coming off a shortish run. That's on the leg side. Some optimistic appeals from the fielders in the circle on the offside. But the important thing for Malaysia is they have 135 runs on the board. If you're just joining us, Oman, they won the toss. They stuck Malaysia into bat. Malaysia getting to 135 in their 20 overs. That's down to mid-on, no run. Vijay Uni, 8 consecutive dot balls in this innings. If you're Oman, how do you break this procession of dot balls?
I think they need to use their feet, get those boundaries, and then make sure they rotate their strikes.
That's another way to do it. That one, just giving the umpires some exercise and giving bonus runs to Oman.
I think even if it's even a medium pace bowler, they can look to use their feet and trust the bounce and we get what the Kinraro will pitch has to offer.
There we go, through the leg side. A really, really good shot there from the batter.
Good shot there by the batter.
Priyanka Mendoza with her second boundary of the innings. Picked up really, really nicely.
I think now, Jay, since the boundary has been gotten by the batter, I think after this, she should look to rotate the strike, get those singles. After getting boundary, it's really important that you keep the score rate going.
Absolutely, and it's a 6-3 offside field as well. There are large gaps in the leg side. Even the fielders in the circle, they're right on the edge of the circle, so you just get any connection on it. It's such an easy single. But Winnie Duraisingam, to her credit, bowling to her field, making that correction. She definitely should not have been on that fourth stump line to Priyanka Mendoza when she went for that boundary.
So long on plays now after the boundary.
False start for Winnie. She's going to have to load up again. If you're wondering why Winnie Duraisingam is bowling through a short run, it's because she batted through the majority of that first innings, registering her career best score and third half century of her career. Elsa Hunter with a strong throw. But the batters make it in quite easily. Priyanka Mendoza, her score moves on to 9 off 6 at the other end. Fiza Javed, 6 off 15. The more quiet of the two partners, but the most important thing for Fiza Javed is just to stick there at the crease, provide some company to Priyanka Mendoza, build a partnership that will make Malaysia sweat. There we go, into the offside, a stacked offside field. A dot ball to close out the fifth over. Oman 17 for 1.
Daneshwara coming for the third over, giving only 1 of 2 overs today. She's done really well. Be looking to continue. It's really important that she keeps it tight from one side for the power play. Last over, the power play today. Malaysian bowlers doing really well, only giving 17 so far. Priyanka Mendoza visibly the more attacking one today for Oman. A half chance there, I believe, put down.
Full stretch as well, the off spinner. You're right, Vijay Uni. That was a half chance. Incredibly, incredibly tough. Tell you what, it would have been a blinder had she taken it. Probably would have been the catch of the tournament. On the legs, she's put that away. Will that run away to the boundary? Elsa Hunter in hot pursuit. She will not cut that off. So third boundary of Priyanka Mendoza's innings. And fourth boundary of the innings for Oman. Their score rattles along to 21 for 1. We have 4 deliveries left in the power play.
I think those occasional full tosses need to be cut off by the bowlers. They're spoiling their overs. They're spoiling the hard work done for the rest of the ball. The rest of the overs. Need to make sure they keep that line maintained.
Full marks though to Priyanka Mendoza. We have a change of angle. The off spinner coming around the wicket this time. That's too wide. Oh no, that's put down. That was an absolute sitter there at cover. Oh no, you have to take those catches. Vijayuni, incredibly disappointing for Malaysia.
Yes, they'll be looking to get those quick wickets here. They need that big margin of a win. It's really important they use their chances really well.
Priyanka Mendoza into double figures. She's 13 of 9 and just got a big reprieve.
I think the one who dropped injured and
Yes, absolutely. Just a bit of an injury there for the fielder who put that down. We'll try and get confirmation on who that is. Sasha Azmi there, the fielder putting down that catch, suffering a bit of an injury. And it looks like she is walking off the field as well. Finger. My co-commentator yesterday, Saifullah Malik, I believe, off a return catch, suffering a minor injury to his finger. Saif, if you're listening in, I hope you're okay. Not sure. Is Saif at the UKM Oval, Mr. Vijayuni? Do you know?
not too sure, Jay.
Vijayuni is gonna text his mate, trying to get the lowdown on the sitch, as the youngsters say these days. I have a feeling they don't say that. I'm not too familiar with the colloquialism of these times. Here we go. The off spinner coming from around the wicket. Down the leg side, Priyanka Mendoza cashes in. Elsa Hunter does good work, cuts that down to a single.
Good throw there by Elsa Hunter. Another ball down the leg side. You can see the Malaysian coach getting slightly frustrated from here. I think Saifullah Malik will be at the UK Oval this afternoon.
Oh, a leading edge into the offside. Streaky moments here for Fiza Javed. Priyanka Mendoza at the non-strikers end has been a lot more fluent, the dominant partner so far in this power play. A decent power play for Oman, 22 for 1 after 6.
Jay, this 6 overs has gone by too fast. Job well done by Malaysian team. They're moving really fast.
And to Oman's credit as well, they raced through their overs. Both teams have been rather disciplined. Oman conceding just the 10 extras in that first innings. I don't think Malaysia have conceded too many extras in the power play so far. And we've said this before in the tournament, we'll say it again. The standard of the women's game in this Asian region is increasing. It's getting better and better with each passing tournament. Some of the fielding in this tournament, Kuwait's Mariam Omar, Hong Kong's boundary riders, Shanzeen Shehzad, Ikra Sahar, Mariam Bibi. So impressive throughout the tournament. These aren't just isolated anecdotes. It's been one of the key parts of the narrative in this tournament, a dot ball to kick off the post-power play period.
I think it's Nick Nuratila coming to bowl a first over for the day. Signing off with the ball pitched up.
Absolutely, Nikatila. Here she is, another off spinner. She's been bunted down the ground. There's work to do there for a wideish long on who does really well. Just a single.
There might have been a 2 there. Well cut off by the Malaysian fielder. Aina Hamiza, I believe.
That's outside the off stump. Changes it up. That one just going on with the arm. Good piece of bowling here from Malaysia. But I truly believe, like Malaysia's bowling attack will test Hong Kong their likely opponents in that semi-final. Outside the off stump. Ooh, unable to capitalize on that. Fiza Javed.
Fiza Javed looking slightly frustrated. Teaming so far 6 of 19. Be looking to crunch some boundaries here.
Oh, a bit of a mix-up, a run-out chance. And, oh, the umpire's unmoved. That was incredibly close. Good job from Fiza Javed getting that dive in.
I think that dive saved her from a run-out. They look to be rushed here. Fiza Javed looks that she's rushing. Looks like she's rushing. So you can see 6 of 20. She's getting slightly frustrated here. Keep her cool.
Meanwhile, drama at the UKM YSD Cricket Oval. Hong Kong, they've been restricted to 90 for 8 in their 20 overs. A reminder that if Hong Kong lose, they will not necessarily be eliminated from contention for that semi-final, but they cannot lose big. That's the only thing for Hong Kong. If Kuwait, for example, chase Hong Kong's total down in the final over or with 2 overs to go, Hong Kong will lose, but they'll still get in. And they will still probably top the table.
You know, Jay, the last days of any tournament's league stages is always interesting. Whether it is the IPL, it's the World Cup, or any tournaments, it's really interesting. Always have those high, the run rate, the points that team need to qualify.
It's amazing, isn't it? I would not have predicted for Hong Kong to be restricted to 90 in 20 overs. We obviously have our attention focused on this game that's down to long on for a single.
Priyanka Mendoza attacking here today. She's batting with a really good intent. She's given a chance or two, some run out and drop chances. Nonetheless, has been really attacking. She's good. She's needed for Oman.
The great thing about that Hong Kong game, it's on at the same time as this one. You can put it on both screens. Ooh, almost overthrows there for a second. But it looks like Kuwait are 12 for 1 after 4 overs against Hong Kong. So the main thing for Hong Kong is don't lose by a big margin.
Zajab 8 of 22.
That's in the air and it will be taken. Yes, it is. So Malaysia, they get another breakthrough. The second wicket to fall in this innings, straight to backward point. And Fiza Javed, her vigil at the crease comes to an end. 8 of 23 for the opener.
Didn't look too comfortable in the crease. Really showed the strike rate. She'll be disappointed. Nonetheless, we have a new Oman batter coming. Vaishali Jesrani, the captain, coming into bat. Big burden on the shoulders today.
Yes, absolutely. Dropping down the order to number 4 instead of opening the batting. The good thing for Oman is the well set, the in-form Priyanka Mendoza batting on 16 of 14. She's still at the crease. So an experienced pair at the middle right now for Oman. Nepal fans will be watching that Hong Kong versus Kuwait game very, very closely. Nepal, their group stage is over. They've got 6 points in 4 games, losing to Hong Kong yesterday and losing by a big margin as well. That's the big thing for Hong Kong. When you win as convincingly as you did against Nepal with around 5 overs left in that chase, it makes a huge difference to your net run rate. Hong Kong undefeated so far in this tournament. That might change, but for now, we're going to switch our action and our attention back to the contest right now at the Kinrara Oval. 26 for 2, 2 deliveries left in the 8th over. Oman looking to step on the accelerator. Vaishali Jesrani, the skipper, yet to get off the mark. That's pushed straight back to the bowler.
Dan and Short are doing really well. We'll be looking to finish off well today. 1 of 7.
There we go, into the leg side. Work to do for the fielder in the deep. It's a strong throw. Keeps the batters to just a single.
Dani and Short, a spell comes to an end. One wicket, 9 runs of 4 overs. He's done really well. Nick Noratila continuing second over.
Here we go, Nikatila.
After a second over, 27 of 8 overs so far, losing 2 wickets.
Just over 9 runs and over required for victory for Oman, you have to say. Malaysia, just like they were before this contest started, definitely favorites to come up trumps in this game on day 6. Yes, match day 6 of the ACC Women's T20 Championship. If you're just tuning in, of course, the news is that Oman won the toss, decided to bowl first. Malaysia getting 135 in their 20 overs. Oman, it's been a decent start for them. They're here for the exposure, Oman. But hey, you can never say never. There's always a chance that something could happen, especially with Priyanka Mendoza batting on 16 of 15. 3 boundaries in the innings for her so far.
Oman batters clearly have been going for the shots, but not managing to get those runs.
There we go. Big shot. Priyanka Mendoza will not find the gap. Aina Hamiza cleans up at long on. Just a single.
They need those occasional boundaries here. Oman batters going for their shots, but not managing to get those big runs.
There you go. More runs here for Oman.
A misfield there by the captain, Winifred Duresingham. Less Oman getting 2 runs.
It's so great when 2 games are on at the same time. So much drama in that Hong Kong-Kuwait game. This game as well, Oman, they're really putting up a fight. The Omani batters, 32 for 2 now with that wide delivery. We have 2 deliveries left in the 9th over. Nikatila, little bit of ill discipline there from the off-spinner. We've seen a lot of off-spin today, Vijay Uni.
Yes, I believe they have 3 off-spinners, including Shasha Azmi, Malaysian team.
Don't forget Marcelisa as well.
Yes, Marcelisa, the batting all-rounder, has done. I think she has been bowling really well as well.
My oh my, what's with Malaysia and its off-spinners? You used to be dead. You used to be dominated by left-arm spinners at one point in this land. The likes of Vijay Uni and Marcelisa turning that around for Malaysian cricket. That's into the leg side, just a single. Look at that, Aina Hamiza. Strong throw. Vijay Uni, of course, not the only off-spinner for the Malaysian men's team. Kazar Hayat competing with him as well. There you go, end of the over, 33 for 2 after 9.
You can see Mas Elisa on to bowl. First over of the day. Needs to back up a good bowling with a good batting performance today. 30 runs, 23 balls, I believe.
And look at that. We've got more than 800 people tuned into this stream on YouTube, at least on the Crick Tracker page. I'm sure on Women's Crick Zone we have even more people tuned in. If you want to help grow associate cricket and women's cricket, share the link to this match with your friends. Put it on social media. Put it up on Twitter, Facebook, all of that stuff. Spread the word. Help grow the game. And for those of you tuning in on YouTube and Facebook, I want to hear from you. What total are Oman going to reach at the end of this innings? I want to see your predictions. Here we go. Quick single. Good calling there. Priyanka Mendoza calling Vaishali Jaiswani through for a quick single. Durlav Roy says 120 plus. I love your optimism, Mr. Roy. What the rest of you think? Do you agree with Durlav Roy, 120 plus? Kishore Jagan says Oman definitely win the match. There you go. Full Omani supporters in that comment. It looks like that's Masalisa into the attack. Punched away in front of square on the offside. Just a single.
Well, cut off by Namiza. Could have been a boundary.
Masalisa.
Apart from the drop catch, they've been doing really well. They're fielding today, Malaysian team.
That's punched straight to cover. YouTube comment section, whether you're supporting Oman or Malaysia. I want to know, who is your favorite player from the team you're supporting today? Mazalisa, I'm sure she's a strong contender at leading edge. Good reactions there from Mazalisa, but that one just dropping short of her. Srinath Satyarthi predicting a score of 100. Mohit 96 says under 90. Ravi Varma, a very precise prediction, 117, he says. Ooh, a play and a miss yet again. Dream King OP says 78 all out. And thank you to Wilson Fernandez. He says nice commentary. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dansagahani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansagahani. Do be sure to follow the MCA, the ACC Crick Tracker as well, all across their social media channels. Vijay Uni, you can find him on Instagram at, well, Vijay Uni. Here we go. Now we're getting up to close to 900 viewers for this game on our YouTube channel. South Asia, fans in India, Oman. Oman's not in South Asia. Mate, come on. That is in the Middle East. Get your geography right, Mr. Jay Dansagahani. Yes, more and more fans waking up and tuning in to this encounter.
Coming back to the game, 35 of 10 overs. Great first half to second innings for the Malaysian team. They'll clearly look ahead this game today.
Yeah, so it's been a decent outing here for Oman's batters. When you're facing a good team like Malaysia, a Malaysian team that is getting better and better with each passing tournament. This is not a mean feat. They've kept the Malaysian players at bay, 35 for 2. Priyanka Mendoza, definitely one of the players of the tournament for Oman. So impressive in that narrow loss to Singapore, firing yet again today, 18 off 17. Anshu Singh Anshu says 100 all out. That is his prediction for Oman's final total.
The school kids that have been watching the game look high-spirited today, especially backing up Malaysia, backing up their good performance. They've been enjoying the game really well. Been cheering the team from the dugout as well as a stand.
Here we go, Nigatila with her off spinners. Tossed up and it's hit into the leg side. Priyanka Mendoza looking for 2. It's not there. Good piece of fielding by the fielder there out on the boundary. And that's good news because Sasha Azmi is back on the field. Dropped a catch earlier, injured her finger. It's good to know it's nothing too serious. The Malaysian fielder is back on the field now. We've got a long on and long off in place. Long on, Sasha Azmi. Long off is Elsa Hunter.
Well cut off again. Marcelisa.
I do apologize. Sasha Azmi is actually there at deep mid wicket. Aina Hamiza at long on. 5-4 offside field. Ooh, play and a miss there. Vaishali Jesrani.
She has been eyeing the leg side. Majority of this over here of her innings. They can look to pierce those gaps at offside. Single down the ground. The captain, Oman captain, Vaishali Jesrani, is looking to get those boundaries. Slow start for the captain, the Oman captain Vaishali Jesrani, 6 of 14 so far. Meanwhile, Priyanka Mendoza has been going really well, but not getting too much strike for this innings.
2 deliveries left in the 11th over. Oman, they're hanging in there. They're putting up a fight. And yes, anything in the region, even of a 90 or 100, it'll be a good day out in the park for Oman. I'm curious to speak to Vaishali Jesrani at that player of the match presentation, that post-match presentation. Get her thoughts on how Oman have bounced back after a narrow loss to Singapore. Vijay Uni, he puts up his finger in the commentary box. That was a very close appeal. Not to be for Malaysia. The score remains 37 for 2 after 11.
9 overs to go. Good to see the Malaysian team moving really fast here today. 11 overs has gone by really quick.
And of course, that magical 3-figure score of 100. It's still possible with Priyanka Mendoza and Vaishali Jesrani at the crease. And you cannot bowl full tosses like that. Vaishali Jesrani misses out on that one, however.
Felt it was slightly high there, but not given no ball. The umpire.
That's a rare mistake there from Marcelisa as well.
Oman batsmen need to make sure they put those balls away. The required run rate is popping up over by over.
There we go. That has been clothed into the leg side. Just a single to the fielder in the deep. Ball on this occasion, straight to cover, a dot ball.
Jesrani clearly getting slightly frustrated here. Apart from Priyanka Mendoza, everyone has been struggling today, the Oman batters.
Oh, yet again, she misses out on one that should have been dispatched to the boundary. Yet another full toss. Marcelisa getting away with it yet again in this over.
2 full tosses of the over so far. Pretty rare from Marcelisa. So Omani batsmen looking to put those batters looking to put those away. They need those boundaries. Really crucial at this moment. Need to take those responsibility here to get those runs. Captain has a lot of burden on his shoulders.
Ooh, frustrated. Vaishali Jesrani tries to work that away on the leg side. A bit of a leading edge there. The cover fieldsman making no fielder. I beg your pardon, making no mistake. Straight back to Marcelisa. Yet another dot ball in the 12th over. And that's it for the 12th over. 39 for 2. Vaishali Jesrani. Her head just bowed down a little bit.
Another tight over by the Malaysian bowlers. They've been going really quick. They've been keeping really tight. The bowlers have been doing their job really well today.
Absolutely, Malaysia with a reputation of being a very disciplined bowling team. And they're showing exactly why they have that reputation today. Just 8 overs left in this contest. Malaysia dragging things back really well. 4 runs coming in the last 2 overs. That's it. And it looks like we're going to have a change of bowling. If my eyesight is any good, that's Sasha Azmi. Absolutely, Sasha Azmi. Glad to know that her finger is okay. She's able to bowl.
I believe it's a non-bowling finger that is affected by the minor injury. It'll be good to bowl.
Smacked into the offside, unable to find the gap.
Smack really hard. Well done there, Malaysian fielder. Putting their body in front, putting their lone barriers out. They've been doing really well.
Priyanka Mendoza, both with bat and ball, has been the standout player for Oman so far. Here we go. Smashes it into the cover region. Once again, cannot find that gap.
She's been going for the shots here. Omani batters have been going for their shots, not managing to get those boundaries, Jay.
Not at all. Very, very disciplined stuff here from Malaysia, both with the ball and in the field. We have a couple of fielding changes now, and this is quite interesting. A 6-3 offside field to the off spinner. Oh no! A full toss there. It's been put away. Is that going to find the gap? Yes, it does. Deep mid wicket, unable to cut that off. So Priyanka Mendoza with a crucial boundary for herself and for Oman.
Good effort there to stop that boundary by Malaysian captain. Just not managing to cut that off.
It's a very interesting field set when you've got an off spinner in operation. And just as we say that, that field switching back to a 5-4 offside field. But going 6-3, bowling a full toss on that 4th stump line, you can't afford to do that. Just a little bit to think about here for Winnie Duray-Singham, shuffling her fielders around.
Not to be too harsh, but they have been bowling slight tad bit of full tosses today. The occasional ones.
Yes, you're right. Marcelisa very lucky not to be put away for a pair of boundaries after bowling 2 full tosses to Vaishali Jesrani. This one goes down the leg side. 44 for 2 now. We're halfway through the 13th over. That's good. Well played down the ground for a single. Aina Hamiza has not made any mistakes at long on. There we go. Third wicket down now. And it's the big wicket as well.
Of Priyanka Mendoza.
Of Vaishali Jesrani.
Beg your pardon. The captain goes after slightly slow innings from her. 8 of 20. She'll be disappointed as well. Not managing to give that good innings to a team.
And as you can see on your screens, the new batter at the crease is Nayan Anil. So Oman losing their captain just now, Vaishali Jesrani. Bit of a struggle for her at the crease. She couldn't quite get going. Malaysia, however, they're not going to complain. They pick up their 3rd wicket.
Meanwhile, in UKM Oval, Match is getting much closer as the time goes. The Nepali batters managed to get 36 of their first 9 overs.
Absolutely. So many permutations still possible in that race to the semi-finals. Here we go. Nayan Anil on strike for the first time today. Looking to get off the mark. Ooh, that's washfully played. Straight down the ground and short cover cleans up. End of a successful over this for Malaysia.
That length, keeping stump to stump, working, paying off for Shasha Azmi, getting the Omani captain as well.
Yes, absolutely. Vaishali Jeswani just playing across that delivery to be adjudged LBW in that last over. But you have to say, Oman, they are putting up a fight here. They've lost 3 wickets, but they've got 45 runs on the board. Still have 7 overs to play with. Priyanka Mendoza still at the crease.
Ariana Natasha into bowl, the left armour from Malaysian team.
Oh, that's a full toss. That's not a good start. And she's found the gap there on the offside through the covers. Priyanka Mendoza picks up yet another boundary.
A no ball as well, Jay. Costing a lot.
Oh my word. That also means that 50 is up for Oman. That Omani dugout getting louder and louder. They're sensing a real opportunity to register a score somewhere in the region of 100. And for Oman to do that against Malaysia, who have a reputation of being a disciplined bowling team, that is quite the accomplishment. You have to say, however, too many full tosses from Malaysia. They've been a little bit loose, especially in the last 10 to 20 minutes, conceding some ground here to the opposition.
It's really important, the Malaysian team, not give too much runs away, not give too much freebies away. They just need to keep it simple.
Priyanka Mendoza, of course, just missing out on that full toss just now. She's eyeing up that leg side boundary. Interesting to see deep square leg coming in to a shortish square leg. Turns that into a full toss. That's slammed through the covers. They're thinking about 2. Nope, nope, nope. They're not going to chance their arm.
That changed the field, helping her, not giving those boundaries. It's really important that she doesn't not give much bad balls. 2 full tosses of 3 balls so far of this over.
Yes, Ariana Natasha, so impressive at the Commonwealth Games qualifier. Not quite carrying that form into this game in particular. The left arm spinner. Needless to say, she sets higher standards for herself. That's a lot better. That's been hit down the ground. Nayan Anil, unable to get off the mark. 2 deliveries into her innings. Priyanka Mendoza, well set on 30 off 28.
Well bowled there again. More good balls like this will do good for the Malaysian team. Personally, Ariana Natasha has been also a bowler I like to watch so far. It's one of the bowlers I like to watch the Malaysian team.
Here we go, that round arm action, just sliding down the leg side perhaps. So Ariana and Natasha just dragging it back after that full toss that went for 4. Keeping Oman quiet off that free hit. One delivery left now in the over, 7 runs off it. A good one for Oman. But can they close it out with another boundary? Nayan Anil. Apologies, Priyanka Mendoza. Yep, that's running away down to fine leg. And yes, 2 boundaries off the over. The best over of the innings for Oman. 11 runs off it. And their score now moves on to 56 for 3 after 14. They're going at exactly 4 runs and over. Shouts of "Let's go Oman, let's go Oman" from that Omani dugout. They're getting louder and prouder. Priyanka Mendoza, 34 off 30. An innings of, I believe, 47 or 48 in that game against Singapore. So she's been in really, really good form and has done well with the ball as well in the last game and in this game. Vijay Uni, what do you make of Oman's batting efforts so far?
I feel they've let too much dot balls go in place. They've been going for the shots, but not been managed to rotate strike. But Priyanka Mendoza has been an exception today. She's had good innings. She's gone for the shots. She's rotated a lot, but not getting that support that is needed so far.
Yeah, it's interesting for Oman because they've actually been really good at finding the boundary. But like you said, it's the strike rotation that has been a bit of an issue for the Omanis today. Vaishali Jesrani as well, missing out on a pair of full tosses. But that can happen. She's still one of Oman's better players. There we go. That's shoveled into the leg side for a single. In fact, they're going to run back for 2. Ooh, the fielder in the deep there, just a little bit casual. Oman making full use of that. We were just talking about their running between the wickets and that being a concern. But no issues here so far of that delivery. Alert to the possibility of a second. There we go. Sasha Azmi has been driven, but it's straight back to her. A valuable dot ball for the off spinner.
Hold it much slower this time around.
That's down the leg side. Work to do here. And it will be cut off by fine leg. We're waiting for the signal from the umpire, and that signal is leg byes.
Leg byes, I believe. Yes, it is. Just a run there. So far, the over has gone well for the Malaysian team. 2 balls left to make sure she finishes it off well.
Here you go, Sasha Azmi, the off spinner. Down the leg side, signaled wide. So just drifting onto the pans on more than one occasion in this over.
These bad balls need to be cut off. That occasional ones.
Here we go, last ball of the over. Another full toss, but that's been skied into the air. Deep mid wicket comes around, unable to take the catch, limits it to a single. In fact, there's another delivery left in this over. We had that wide delivery. Or maybe not. There you go, Vijay Uni. It can be a little confusing sometimes with all these extras.
Nonetheless, 15 overs gone, 62 for 3. We're looking to finish this. I think they have come to death over region now. 15th over, 16th over going on. Sasha Azmi.
Yeah, there we go.
I have another ball.
So much confusion about whether or not we have another ball left. I've flip-flopped on so many occasions already. But this should be the last ball, driven straight back to Sasha Azmi. A dot ball to close out the 15th. It's 62 for 3 with 5 overs left.
Jay, ideally, how much do you think they'll be looking to cut off Oman to?
Malaysia will be looking to restrict Oman to somewhere in that region of 85. Oman, on the other hand, looking good for 90, 95. And hey, dare I say, even 100.
I think with Priyanka Mendoza there, it's really possible.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got to hog the lion's share of the strike here. And to do that, she needs help from the other end. Nayan Anil on strike. Can she get that single? She goes for the boundary, but she's played all around that, and she's adjudged LBW, Ariana Natasha, with her first wicket of the day. Oman now, 62 for 4. We're one delivery into the 16th over. It's the end of the innings for Nayan Anil. 3 off 6 for the well-built right-hander. There we go. Amanda DaCosta striding to the crease at number 6. Oman have just lost their 4th wicket. Nayan Anil playing all around. An arm ball from Ariana Natasha. Vijayuni much better there from Ariana.
Yes, that's a round armish ball just sliding in towards the stumps. I think it's what she's known for. She has to keep those lines right. I think when she keeps those lines right, I think she's arguably the best bowler, the team.
Interesting thoughts there from Vijay Uni. As no mean feat being adjudged the best bowler in the team when you've also got Masalisa and Winnie Dure-Singham in your bowling lineup. I have to say, Vijay, Ariana Natasha reminds me a lot of Virandeep Singh, actually, with that round arm action. Virandeep Singh, of course, arguably Malaysia men's best player. I say arguably. Is there any argument, Vijay Uni?
Well, performance-wise, I really feel he's on top there. It's one of my favorite players as well, but a lot of contenders there. There's Said Aziz as
Absolutely.
well, are the most talented ones we have. There's a veteran Ahmad Faiz as well.
Absolutely.
One. They've all been juggling, performing well for the country.
All the work that Faiz does growing the game as well. The Malaysian cricketer by day and a really good development officer and grower of the game by night. Here we go. That's down the ground. Long on. Does a good job. Limits that to just a single.
The over has been going well so far. Natasha. Priyanka Mendoza has been hitting the ball really well today.
Fired in down the leg side. Good stuff there by Fine Leg. A huge mix-up for the batters. And there you go, Amanda DaCosta. She has been sacrificed. 4 wickets down here now. 5 wickets, I beg your pardon. And Vijay Uni, look at that celebration from Malaysia.
Yusrina, I believe, the 12th man, replacing. Get back to that, but getting that run out in. Looks really happy.
Absolutely. I love this energy from Malaysia. I'm not used to listening to reggaeton music at 8:30 in the morning, but that Malaysian dugout, so loud, so proud, busting out those dance moves as well, full of smiles, full of laughs. This Winnie Dure-Singham led outfit. Such a positive atmosphere in that Malaysian dugout. It's a great team environment from Malaysia, and they've stepped on the gas as well in the last few months. Great results for them. That victory over Kenya, of course. Such a good performance in the Commonwealth Games qualifier, batting out their overs against Sri Lanka as well. No mean feat to do that against a full member nation. They've been led so well for over a decade by Winnie Dure-Singham. Winnie Dure-Singham, her name synonymous with female cricket in Malaysia. What a servant of the game she's been. Definitely a future Hall of Famer in Malaysian cricket. But for now, it's Ariana Natasha bowling the 16th over. There we go, tossed up. A bit of a thickish inside edge that's going down to the fielder in the deep. Fantastic work there. Deep mid-wicket in like a gazelle. Cuts that off to a single.
Two balls left of the over. Priyanka Mendoza be looking personally to get to a 50. Be good for her. Build her confidence. Never say no to an international 50.
Last ball of the 16th over. Defended watchfully, so Priyanka Mendoza will not keep the strike. She's 37 off 38. Vijay Une, you're damn right. She is definitely looking for that half century. But for now, it's 64 for 5 after 16.
If Bhakti Shetty just came to bat after the run out.
Absolutely, Bhakti Shetty, the new batter at the crease with much to do. There you go. An update from the UKM YSD Oval. Hong Kong just taking another wicket in that 12th over. Kuwait 52 after 12 overs. That's been lofted over. Extra cover. Elsa Hunter runs around from long off to cut it off to a single.
Nick Noratila going for a third over of the match.
Yep, Nikatila, she is ready to deliver this 17th over from Malaysia. The run rate around 4 runs and over right now. Ooh, a low full toss on the leg stump. That's been worked away into the mid-wicket boundary. Oh no, mix up.
A direct hit.
Yes, given by the umpire. It certainly looked like the batter was short of her crease. I think the umpire just debating whether it was ball that dislodged the bails or finger of the bowler. Look at this celebration here.
Aina Hamiza getting the run out. A direct hit. The less.
Looks like we almost had an injury with that celebration for Aina Hamiza. Going down after a series of high fives there. But she's all okay in Malaysia. They've picked up another wicket. 6 wickets down now for Oman. The important thing is Priyanka Mendoza is still at the crease. But Bhakti Shetty, ooh, she's walking back to the dugout for a duck.
2 runouts in a row.
Yes, you can't afford for that to happen if you're Oman. It's been a pretty decent batting display from Oman. Of course, it's all a process for the Omanis. Priyanka Mendoza, 38 off 38. How impressive she has been today. She's on strike. That's cut away, a little uppish. But it's just one bounce to that fielder at backward point.
Jay, coming back, getting injured during celebration. Have you encountered anything happening for a team that you're playing or your teammates getting injured during the celebration?
Oh, a drop catch there. Nikatila, you have to take those. That's about as easy as they come on your follow through.
Second drop catch today for the Malaysian team.
To answer your question, the closest I've seen to that in a team that I've played in is a man, I think it was a deep square leg, taking a catch. It smacked into his Adam's apple. He still took the catch. But that man, an absolute loudmouth, was not able to speak for the next 20 to 25 minutes. We shouldn't have laughed. We were on the same team as him. But it was absolutely hilarious. My God. Getting injured with a celebration. Aina Hamiza, glad to know she's okay though. In Malaysia, they're more than okay. They're bossing this contest. They've taken 6 Omani wickets looking for number 7. Ooh, that one goes to Gully in the circle. Yet another dot ball in this innings. And there you go. End of the over. 67 for 6. Oman after 17.
Something the Malaysian team can look at ahead of their semi-finals is, cutting that short balls and the full tosses. If you are pitching it up, it's okay once in a while, but this full tosses, the bad ball should be cut off, and those occasional drop catches. More discipline.
An update from the UKM YSD Oval. Kuwait are now 52 for 5 in the 13th over. Hong Kong are dragging things back. A reminder that Hong Kong do not have to win that game. They just cannot lose by a margin that allows Nepal to exceed their net run rate. So good signs there for Hong Kong fans. And like we said, this means that Malaysia will likely have to face Hong Kong in that semi-final. Vijay Une, coming back to your point. If Malaysia do bowl full tosses like that, players of the ilk of Mariko Hill will put you away every single day of the week. Yes, Hong Kong so impressive yesterday against Nepal, gunning down that total. Mariko Hill, I believe 45 of 32. She won player of the match. She's in the form of her life. So dangerous, Mariko Hill. One of the players of the tournament so far. But Ariana Natasha, look at her. She's having a great game today. Inside edge there. Could have gone on to the stumps and given her yet another wicket. Another update here from the UKM YSD Cricket Oval. 53 for 6 now, Kuwait. All you viewers at home, you're so lucky. You get to watch 2 games at once. Here we go. Turns that into a full toss. Priyanka Mendoza, not for the first time. That's down to the cover fieldsman there on the boundary. Just a single.
And I'll be looking to finish off well here. Another low full toss.
Playing a miss there, Saya Chana. Unable to do much with that delivery. She's still there at the crease though, providing some company to Priyanka Mendoza. Still young days in her innings.
Priyanka Mendoza, meanwhile, 40 so far, 43. We're looking to finish off well with the 50 today.
That's right, another 10 runs to get for Priyanka Mendoza. Can she get there? Slapped. Ooh, it's another dot ball. Oh, no, it's not a dot ball. It's a very disappointing misfield there from Malaysia, gifting a free run to Oman and more importantly, bringing Priyanka Mendoza back on strike. I beg your pardon. That's actually the end of the over. So that might be a blessing in disguise there for Oman. Apologies for Malaysia.
Let's see who is coming up to bowl now. The captain herself, Winifred Durasingham, coming to bowl a second over, I believe.
Here we go. 12 deliveries left in this innings. Malaysia looking to close things out nicely. Oman looking for a bit of a boost here. There we go. Wide down the leg side.
An impressive ball there. And if Fred just keep things simple here. And the 2 overs left.
An update from the UKM YSD Oval. Kuwait needs 37 off 39 to win against Hong Kong. Signal from the umpire here. We're waiting for that signal. Yeah, there you go. A cheeky leg by there to third man. But at the UKM YSD Oval, 37 needed off 39 for Kuwait. They only have 4 wickets in hand. Hong Kong dragging things back really well. Not for the first time in the tournament either. Here we go. Winnie Durasingham. That's much better. It's fuller. It's been drilled to Elsa Hunter at long off. If you're wondering why are we talking about that game at the the UKM YSD Oval, It's because it has a huge bearing on who Malaysia will play in the semi-final. Hong Kong looking really good for victory in that game. That's straight to the cover fieldsman on this occasion. A dot ball for Winnie D.
Well, here Priyanka Mendoza, she looked like she has played on a different pitch today, different conditions. Hit the ball really well. Another dot ball.
Playing a miss. Vijay, time is running out for Priyanka Mendoza. She needs 8 more runs. There are only 8 deliveries left in this innings.
Perhaps a single, just tapping it down a third man will do good for Priyanka Mendoza. Sayachana can help her.
Ooh, a thickish inside edge. Sayachana, she's going to get a single. So Priyanka Mendoza on strike for the last delivery of the over. Can she get that single? Can she get back on strike? Can she get her 50? She definitely deserves it.
Meanwhile, Winifred doing a job well, just keeping it tight. Look to finish off well.
That's full and whipped away on the leg side. It's just going to be a single. So yes, Priyanka Mendoza on 43. She keeps the strike. 76 for 6 after 19 overs.
Last over for this match. Will be Aisha Elisa coming to bowl. She's bowled 2 overs so far for the day. Going for 11 runs. We're looking to finish it off well here. The Malaysian team. 76 for 6 of 19 overs.
Here we go. Priyanka Mendoza on 43. Oh, that's been smashed too long off. It's just a single. She definitely needs a boundary, if not 2, to pick up that magical and well-deserved half-century. Come on, Sayachana. Rotate that strike. Get Priyanka back on strike. Any neutral fan out there, any Oman fan out there will want Priyanka Mendoza to get that 50. Aisha Elisa has been thumped to long on for just a single.
Another single. Mendoza, 6 runs. Yes. It's always valuable. Their 50s really build your confidence.
Absolutely. And after missing out on a 50 so narrowly in that last game against Singapore, she's registered her 2nd consecutive score in the 40s. That's wide of long on. Are they going to think about 2? No, they aren't. Priyanka Mendoza running out of time. She's 45 off 48. 3 deliveries left in this innings. Can Sayachana get the well-set Omani batter back on strike? Come on, Saya, pick up that single. We all want to see Priyanka Mendoza register that half-century. That's slapped away over the offside. That's actually running away down to the boundary, but it slows up. They're thinking about 2. They're going to come back. That's incredibly selfless there from Priyanka Mendoza. Thinking about her team ahead of thinking about her half-century. Vijayuni, what do you make of that?
Really, really, really appreciable. Not thinking about her 50, her scoreline, and just going for that 2. Now, Sayachana, meanwhile, should look to make it worth. Get those boundaries.
Will that be a single? No, it won't. Priyanka Mendoza will remain undefeated unless we have a wide or a no ball. Oh no, Vijay, I wanted to see her get a half-century. I'm stomping my feet like a 5-year-old here in the commentary box. Last ball of the game. Slapped. Ooh, a bit of misfield there in the cover region.
As the games come to an end, Malaysia wins. They're off to the semis, I believe.
Absolutely, Malaysia. They're in the semi-final, just 1 step away from the Asia Cup. A very convincing victory here for Malaysia. 82 for 6 Oman finish on. Malaysia winning by 53 runs here. A convincing victory for Malaysia. I'm one of your commentators for the day, Jay Dansinghani. If you like what you've heard, you can follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansinghani. My co-commentator for the day, Vijay Uni. We both urge you to follow the Malaysian Cricket Association, Crick Tracker, and ACC across their social media channels. I'm going to run down for that presentation ceremony and leave you in the capable hands of Vijay Uni to wrap up this game.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jay. So for the batting card of Oman, the Oman team, we have Sakshi Shetty is going for 1. We have Fiza Javed not managing to get good start there. Just 8 of 23. Priyanka Mendoza, the exception today, batting really well. 45 of 48 balls. The captain not managing to get those start. Day 8 of 21. 903 of 6. Amanda and Bhakti Shetty only getting 1 run. And Saya Chana at the end just managed to get 6 runs. Off we have the bowling card coming. Malaysian women, really impressive innings for them. Aisha Lisa, 3 overs 16, only giving 16 runs away. 9 dot balls. Nurdania Shuada giving that 4 overs, that vital 4 overs at the start of the innings, only giving 8 runs. Giving a wicket 4 of 4 overs. Winifred bowling the 2 overs, 1 in the power play, 1 in the death, 10 runs. Nick Noratila bowling 4 overs of 14, really economical. Marcelisa 2 overs, only giving 4 runs away. Shasha 2 runs, getting 1 wicket, only 11 runs she's giving away. And 3 Arya Natasha, the left armer, getting 1 wicket, 3 of 17. A good team performance by the Malaysian team there today. And the pick of the stars today for the Malaysian team, Winifred getting 73, Marcelisa 33 runs, Elsa Hunter giving that cameo at the end, 78 runs. For the Omani bowlers, Amanda Di Costa, 2 wickets, 19 runs of 4 overs, bowling really well in that middle overs. Saya Chana, 1 of 30, tad too expensive, but she gave a good start for the team. Bhakti Shetty doing really well. Not getting a wicket, but only conceding 21 runs of 4 overs. And for the Omani batsmen, as I said, Priyanka Mendoza managing 45 runs with Nordania Shuada, pick of the bowlers, 1 of 8, just 1 wicket apiece for each Shasha and Ariana, and Marcelisa being economical there for the 2 overs. So that's it for the game today. For the Malaysian team, they did really well, and they're off for the semis. Just waiting for the confirmation for the match in the afternoon for the first place and second place, whether UAE can beat Qatar or not.
Welcome to day 6 of the ACC Women's T20 Championship, one of 2 morning games at the Kinrara Oval today between Oman and Malaysia. A quick match summary. Malaysia posting 135 for 4 in their 20 overs. Oman restricted to 82 for 6 in a spirited batting display in their second innings. And I'd like to kick things off by inviting the captain who finished second, Vaishali Jeswani, if you could join me up here. Vaishali, never easy to bounce back after losing that thriller against Singapore, but what do you make of the girls' effort today?
Firstly, congratulations to Malaysia. Your fitness was very impressive, and good luck for the semi-finals in advance. Very disheartening performance overall from our girls. Nothing much to say, but we can be better prepared for the next tournament for another opportunity.
Absolutely, and someone like Priyanka, for the second day running, getting a score in the 40s, how valuable is it to have someone like that in the top order?
Yes, she's really given a great performance. Congratulations to her. She's really come up in her own ways, both batting and bowling and fitness-wise. We all have to really contribute to her because both back-to-back 40s was a great performance from her. So a very valuable innings for the entire team. But we all have to be staying around her. A lot of dot balls played by the top order, which basically could not come up to the innings of 135.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you've got something out of your time in Malaysia, and thank you so much for joining me up here.
Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite the winning skipper Winnie Duresingham, to join me up here. Winnie, a very convincing win for the girls. Are you happy with the performance today?
Yeah, I'm happy because what I wanted them to do in the batting, we achieved the target and all went smooth for us. And a good partnership in the start, me and Mas, and then we followed up, me and Elsa. So that small partnership makes a difference.
Absolutely, and you also really attacked the power play in that first innings. Was that a deliberate plan, or were you just playing the ball on its merit?
I just played as how the ball came. I just saw the ball until it hit the bat, and it went right for me this time.
Absolutely. Winnie, I'm going to ask you to stay there. Congratulations on the victory. We're actually going to read out the nominees for player of the match today. Our first nominee, Masalisa, 33 of 29. Priyanka Mendoza, 45 of 48. Our last nominee, Winifred Duresingham, for 73 of 68. And Winnie, there's a reason I asked you to stay there, because you're also our player of the match. Congratulations. Winnie, I'm not done with you. I have more questions. I'll keep it short. But Winnie, this was your career best T20I score. Would you also say this was the best innings of your life?
Yeah, I think this is my highest T20 run score, and I'm very happy because I'm going higher and higher, and I see improvement in my batting as well. The confidence in this tournament, I came in with good confidence, and it's going well for me.
Absolutely, and it looks like you're probably going to face Hong Kong in that semi-final. What is your game plan on a personal level and as a leader against Hong Kong?
Just play as our strength and do what we can. I believe on the girls. They are really good, young, talented girls. That's what we must do. We must give 200% in the semi-finals, and we'll go to the finals.
That's a great attitude to have. Congratulations on the win and your award.
Thank you.
So there you have it from day 6 of the ACC Women's T20 Championship. A convincing 53-run victory for Malaysia.